some jazz, some funk, no hip hop. No hip hop. That's not my thing. But, you know, listen to, you know, put on some Sarah Vaughan when you're with your boyfriend, and he go, oh, and then he say, oh, I love you. And then everything is okay. Then the next day you could yell at him for not picking up his socks. So, you know, you know, for me, there is a lot of different music for my different moods. You know, there are sometimes I have to be in a very special mood. I have to be very strong emotionally to be able to listen to some certain Billie Holiday, because it is so emotional for me. You know, if I listen to Strange Fruit, I can't listen to that every day. It has to be a day when I have the right emotion. I'm strong enough to handle it. Otherwise, I'll be crying like a baby. And you know the song Strange Fruit. You know what that's about, right? About when they used to lynch black people. And people white people used to have picnic. You know, they used to go and they'd bring their family and they sit on the grass and they eat food and watch somebody get hung.
Yeah.
And there are pictures of it, you know, there's a picture book of that. And I take that to my students and I show it to them. And I say, when you see those pictures, what do you feel? Because many young people and many males, many men, aren't so in touch with their feelings. You know, we don't know what we feel.
If we feel anything.
Well, we try to be men about it, and we block things off, and it's not so good either. So I say to my students, what do you feel when you see that? And I had one student write a song like, da, 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 a happy song. I say, are you insensitive? Are you not understanding what this is? So I make him do it again, write something else. And then some of these students have never written music before. They never wrote their own music. And they come up with some stuff. At my school where I teach, there's an exchange program with a conservatory in Amsterdam. So they send students from Amsterdam to New York to study at our school, and we send students from New York to Amsterdam to study. And this young lady was a singer. Her name was Kendra Van Ness. And she wrote in English words. And I looked at the words, and they were very powerful words. But she didn't know how to put the music to the words. So there was a very excellent young piano player, and I said, play this type of chord, a minor chord with a major seventh, and it's, you know, some clusters in there, and some bitonality, and I said, just play some of these chords and just hold them. And then I said to her, I don't want you to sing these words. I want you to read them. And I said, okay, you play the chord. He went blang, and she read her words. And I looked around, and one of the kids started crying. And he was a, you know, Latino trombone player. So you know how unsensitive trombone players are. and that is when I know that I'm a good teacher. When you can get students to experience something and have an understanding of how the emotion is connected to the music. So that it is not always blues and swing. Although what she wrote was, you know, not da 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 da. I do without a lot of things. Da 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 da. Keep your t-shirt sharp. Da, da, da. It's not like that. You know, if you listen to, you know, you listen to classical music, you know, there's some blues in there sometimes. So it's all connected. It's all connected. As they say in Japan, the monks say, there are many paths to the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
A lot of different ways to get up there.
Yeah.
Okay?
C'est bien.
Capiche?
Capito.
Capito. The capital of Switzerland is Bern. The capital of France is Paris. The capital of the United States is Washington, D.C. The capital of Tokyo, Japan is... No, I hate that. Hey, folks.
Hi.
Buongiorno. Young musician?
Yes.
What does he play?
Guitar.
Guitar?
Yes.
There are seats right here in front. Coca-Cola for breakfast. Oh. It's okay. He's not going to knock over your camera.
It's not mine.
The camera. Softly. So how long have you been playing?
Da quanto suoni?
Da 3 anni.
3 years. Who do you like to listen to? You have to translate. You don't know what I'm saying.
Chi ascolti? Chi ti piace? Che musica?
Il rock.
Per esempio, il tuo chitarrista?
Nessuno.
In particolare?
Likes walking.
Okay, no matter, you can translate now? No matter what instrument, no matter what music you like. Tell him.
Non importa quale tipo di musica ti piace,
You have to master your instrument.
devi essere bravo a imparare sì, col tuo strumento.
And to
Conoscere.
master your instrument, you must learn many different styles of playing the guitar.
E per conoscere il tuo strumento, saperlo suonare, devi conoscere diversi stili della chitarra.
And you're not allowed to have Coca-Cola or gelato for breakfast.
E niente Coca-Cola o gelato.
So if I were to say to you the name Julian Bream, do you know?
Se lui ti dovesse dire questo nome, Julian Bream, lo conosci?
No.
Segovia,
Conosci?
No.
Charlie Christian,
Charlie Christian.
No.
Django Reinhardt,
No.
Io.
Eric Clapton,
No.
Eddie Van Halen,
Van Halen.
No.
So you have, what is your name?
Alessandro.
Alessandro, you have much homework.
I thought he was
No. You have much, you have much work to do. And when I did an interview with Yannick and Francesca yesterday, I talked about two things that Sigmund Freud speak about: work and love. Arbeit und Leben. And how old are you?
Quanti anni hai?
12.
12.
12, that's the age when you think about girls all the time. Tell him what I say.
È l'età che quando pensi alle ragazze.
That's good. That's normal.
Normale.
But whatever, you are 12. And when I was 12, I played the trumpet and I listened to Dizzy Gillespie and I bought records from Chet Baker with 50 Italian strings and Maynard Ferguson and Roy Eldridge and Louis Armstrong. I buy any trumpet record that my family could afford because we're not very rich. But the main thing was I loved the trumpet. So you must love the guitar. You must really, really have a passion for the guitar. And when your teacher, ask him if he has a teacher.
Hai un maestro?
Sì.
How much does his teacher tell him to practice?
Quanto ti consiglia di allenarti il tuo maestro?
Ogni giorno 2 ore così.
2 hours a day.
That's good. But if you really love the guitar, you don't put a time limit on your practice.
Se ami la chitarra non metti i paletti o dei limiti di orario.
You practice as much as you can.
Ti alleni quanto ne hai
So
voglia.
one day it may be 8 hours.
Può
one
anche
day-
diventare 8 ore.
One day it may be 4 hours. One day maybe your family takes a trip and you don't even have 2 hours to practice. Maybe you have 30 minutes to practice.
Dei giorni dove ti alleni 8 ore, altre magari 4, degli altri giorni dove vai col tuo papà a vedere la partita e magari hai solo mezz'ora.
So there are some things that I want to tell you. One, do not practice mistakes.
Non allenare gli errori.
So that means if you have a difficult musical phrase, you must practice it perfectly, slowly. It must go lento.
Se ti trovi davanti a una difficoltà, un passaggio difficile, una frase difficile, non allenarla in modo sbagliato, prenditi il tempo, falla più lenta, ecco, ma giusta.
It is much better to play slowly and correctly than fast and wrong.
È più giusto fare le cose lentamente, ma appunto giuste, che veloce e buttarle lì in modo sbagliato.
Understand?
Capito?
Sì.
Okay. The other part, I mentioned a little bit earlier about different styles. So you should listen to as many guitar masters as you can.
Devi ascoltare il più possibile i grandi maestri della chitarra, dei diversi stili, può essere jazz, può essere rock, può essere...
So all of the people that I mentioned to you earlier, and I asked you if you know, they are masters of the guitar. So one of the things you must do is read. Read about the guitar. Read about great guitarists. Listen to great guitarists. Now, it's very easy for your generation because everybody got an iPod. And you can have thousands of guitar players on your iPod.
Devi informarti, leggere su questi grandi musicisti, grandi chitarristi, quelli cui hai fatto i nomi, i grandi maestri, informarsi, ascoltare diceva che è semplice, oggi con l'iPod si carica molto velocemente, si ha una grande diversità in un piccolo aggeggio.
Today is my wife's birthday, but I want you to write down your name, your address, and your phone number, and I'm going to send you some guitar music.
Devi lasciargli le tue coordinate, indirizzo, eccetera, e poi lui ti manderà un po' di materiale di chitarristi che puoi ascoltare.
Ok.
And one Playboy magazine.
È una rivista del Playboy.
L'abbiamo comprato quest'anno perché Ascona non è uscito quest'anno.
Okay.
Abbiamo il numero dell'anno scorso.
What did Daddy say? Daddy said, So, will you do that for me?
Gli lasci le coordinate, l'indirizzo.
You know, so I sent you some, you know, if you listen to somebody like Paco de Lucia, flamenco from Spain, he's like 2 hours from here. Unbelievable guitar. And they play, you have to let your fingernails grow, and they play no pick. John Williams, you play Bach. Beautiful. Charlie Christian, Django Reinhardt, Nuage. Connaissez-vous Nuage?
Conosci il brano Nuage?
No.
And then people like Jim Hall, you know, Barney Kessel. There's some great guitar players out there. B.B. King, you know B.B. King?
Ti dici qualcosa il nome di
B.B. King? Dun, 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 dun. My mama say she don't love me. Dun, 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 dun. But she could be jiving too. So will you? Okay? Do you have questions for me?
Hai delle domande da fargli?
No.
When do I get my Playboy?
I would like that you tell maybe about something about your personal relationship to trumpet.
Well, okay, that's fine. My trumpet, and I saw it last night, the gold is wearing off, so I have to have it redone. But this trumpet is a brand called Schilke, and it's made in the United States, in just outside of Chicago. And it's a very different instrument than the trumpets that are played in orchestras, or even than the trumpet like Irving Mayfield uses or Winton uses. They use that heavy Monet trumpet. But to me, my sound, I think, is very much from Louis Armstrong and Roy Eldridge, and maybe earlier Dizzy, because one of the things that I look for is clarity. I want the tone to be very clear. When I play a note, I want to clear the air of bad vibrations. And that's one of the things I think about before I go on stage. You know, the people smoking. You know, I want to clear the air. So my tone is very clear, but I can adjust my tone. You mentioned round midnight and playing in the style of different trumpet players. Harmon mute, please. No, other side. Yeah, right here. No, right here. Harmon mute. Harmon.
Harmon, okay.
No stem. Take the stem out. And plunger. So my trumpet, you know, there are many different stories, but basically, you can sound the same on any trumpet. It's Louis Armstrong. I play his horns at his house, and if any of you ever go to New York, you should go by Louis Armstrong's house and museum. They do tours, and it's great. You can hear tapes of him. You can see the archives. They're doing a fantastic job with Louis Armstrong. But I play his horn, and I don't like it. It's very different than this. So my horn, I want people to hear each note that I play. So if I'm playing Round Midnight, and I'll start with Louis Armstrong and I'll go through some different trumpet players, stylistically. So, same style as Louis Armstrong is Cootie Williams, only Cootie. Say, there's Dizzy. Miles played very different. Don't vibrato. You play very simply, very melodically. You know, it's just a melody. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's all. I don't need to play no more. So you learn different styles. What's his name?
Jean-Marie Lurel.
What's his name again?
Alessandro.
Alessandro. Scusi. Gelato. Artigianale. Coconut. Banana. That's good.
Un po' gelato al cocco banana, che ti consiglia su qua.
Artisanal. Down the other end of the
road.
Yeah.
Su
Just
cima
as you
alla
go
piazza.
up the hill. Coconut and banana.
faut y aller quand même.
So you must write. You must write your information for me. You must write. Tell him you must write his information for me.
Ok. Bon, ça suffit. Vous voulez qu'il arrête.
No, 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 no. Wait a minute, watch it. Wait a minute, my passport. Here. So this trumpet, you know, I've been playing for, I don't know, maybe 5, 6 years, and it's the same model that I play, I don't know, maybe 20 years. And then before that, I played the same company, but it's different. They made some changes that I like better now. So my trumpet is a little bit heavier, but if you get, with the trumpet, if you make it too heavy, to me, it doesn't sound vibrant enough. It doesn't sparkle enough. It sounds a little bit too much like a flugelhorn. So I just play the flugelhorn. Oh, there's a birdie up here.
Other questions? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, grazie. Tutti.
Thank you.
Merci beaucoup.
Thank you for holding me.
Avec plaisir. And to go, I play for you Roy Eldridge solo.
Yeah.